Welcome back to NT Coins World, the channel where we explore rare, valuable, and historically significant coins. Today, we're diving into two fascinating Kennedy half-dollar coins that every collector should know about. These coins hold value not only for their monetary worth, but also for their rich history and collector demand. The Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964 as a tribute to President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination. Over the years, this coin has undergone several changes in metal composition, design, and minting processes. While most circulated Kennedy half-dollars are worth their face value, certain key dates, conditions, and errors can make them far more valuable. In this video, we will take a deep dive into two Kennedy half-dollars that stand out in the series. We'll cover their history, design, mintage, market value, notable errors, and collector interest. Stay tuned, because you might just have one of these rare coins in your collection. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is a particularly significant coin because it marks the first year that the US Mint removed silver from the half-dollar series. Before this, from 1964 to 1970, Kennedy half-dollars contained silver, but by 1971, the coin transitioned to a copper-nickel clad composition due to rising silver prices and a hoarding trend that reduced the number of these coins in circulation. The decision to eliminate silver was part of a broader move by the US government to ensure that half-dollars remained in circulation rather than being held as a precious metal investment. Unfortunately, even with this change, the half-dollar saw declining use in everyday transactions. The obverse of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was designed by Gilroy Roberts and features a left-facing portrait of President John F. Kennedy. The design is nearly identical to the original 1964 version. Above Kennedy's head is the word Liberty in bold capital letters. The phrase "In God We Trust" is positioned just below his chin. The date 1971 is engraved at the bottom. The reverse was designed by Frank Gasparro and features the presidential seal consisting of a heraldic eagle with a shield on its chest, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons, a ring of stars above the eagle's head representing the original 13 colonies, the inscription United States of America along the top rim, the denomination half-dollar at the bottom. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar had a total mintage of over 350 million coins, struck at both the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints. The San Francisco Mint also produced proof versions. Mintage breakdown: 1971, Philadelphia, approximately 155 million, 1971-D, Denver, approximately 302 million, 1971, S proof, San Francisco, around 3 million. In fine condition, the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar is typically worth 50 cents to $1, as it remains a common circulation coin. However, in higher grades, MS65 Plus or proof versions, prices can climb significantly. MS65 around $10 to $30. MS67 Rare can exceed $1,000. Proof versions $5 to $30 depending on condition. Certain errors can make the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar much more valuable. 1971 D double die obverse DDO. Some coins exhibit doubling on the inscriptions, particularly on "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." These can be worth $100 to several $100s in higher grades. 1971 S proof with no S mint mark, a rare mistake where the mint mark was accidentally omitted on proof coins, making them significantly valuable. Clipped planchets and off-center strikes. These minting errors can increase a coin's value, with prices ranging from $50 to $500 depending on severity. Despite being a common date, collectors still seek 1971 Kennedy half-dollars in high-grade condition or with rare errors. Proof versions and coins with deep cameo contrast are also highly desirable. The second coin, the 1984 P. Kennedy half-dollar, is another key coin in the series, produced at a time when the US Mint was struggling to keep half dollars in active circulation. By the 1980s, the half dollar was rarely used in everyday transactions, primarily due to the public's preference for smaller denomination coins and paper currency. Despite its low circulation, the Mint continued producing the Kennedy half dollar, though many were stored in bank vaults or collected rather than spent. The obverse remains unchanged from previous years, with Gilroy Roberts' iconic portrait of John F. Kennedy. The word Liberty arches above Kennedy's head. In God We Trust appears just below his chin, divided by the portrait. The date 1984 is positioned at the bottom. Features the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparro. The heraldic eagle holds arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing war and peace. The phrases United States of America and half dollar surround the seal. The 1984 P. Kennedy half dollar had a mintage of 26,029,000, making it less common than earlier years but still widely available in circulated conditions. 1984 P. Philadelphia 26,198,4-D Denver 26,198,4 S proof, San Francisco around 3 million. In fine condition, the 1984 P. Kennedy half dollar is generally worth 50 cents to $1. However, higher grade specimens and proof versions fetch significantly more. MS-65 around $8 to $15. MS-67 can reach $100+. Proof versions $5 to $30. Several errors make the 1984 P. Kennedy half dollar more valuable. Double die, obverse, DDO, doubling visible on Liberty or In God We Trust. These coins can be worth $100 to $500 off-center. Strikes. Coins struck off-center can range from $50 to several $100s, depending on the extent of the misalignment. Clashed dies. Some 1984 P coins show die clashes, leading to faint outlines of the design on both sides. Collectors seek well-preserved 1984 P Kennedy half dollars in MS-65 or higher, along with error varieties. The proof versions from San Francisco are also desirable among collectors. That wraps up our deep dive into two fascinating Kennedy half dollar coins. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, these coins offer a glimpse into US history and numismatics. If you own one, check for rare errors. It could be worth more than you think. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to NT Coins World for more valuable coin insights. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.